Good morning, great grandma Donna. Coming live to you from my job. Finishing up this makeup. This is an easy video for y'all live. Question is, do you love being married for better or for worse? Is marriage really for better or for worse? Do you love it? Those of you that are married, do you stay in it for the better or for the worse? Or do you love just being single? Or would you rather be single even if you are married? And you like the heck with the worst part of the bed, I'd rather be single. Can we keep it real today? This is talk about marriage. Hey, Island girl. Hey, girlfriend. I thought I'd talk about this. Because you know it's people married, but they don't like the worst part of marriage. You know how the Bible say, for better or for worse? Do we really want to be married for the worst of it? And do we really love, honor, and cherish, forsaking all others? You like that? You like that topic, Island girl? Because I think some people that are married, no, ain't no some people. There's a lot of people married that want to get out of the marriage. Can I keep it real? They ain't trying to be, they like explain the worst part. You know it says for better or for worse. What do you mean by worse? Worse as in what, he cheating? Or she cheating? What you mean by the worst part? Or are we just having a little hard time in the finances? Okay, we can work through that. Do you really love being married for the better or the worse, just like the vows say? Stick by his side no matter what. And as they're saying now, you got to accept the person for who they are. Come on now. Can we get on that? Because, honey, this is the new saying now. Accept, I got to write that down. Accept a person for who they are. Who they are. Come on. Can we talk about this island girl? Are we supposed to really accept a person for who they are? Are we really supposed to accept a person for who they are? Right? Hey, hi. For better or worse. Now, if you married, do you love your spouse for better or for worse? Or when it get worse, you getting the heck out of there. Come on, can we keep it real? Or do you rather be single or just love being single? Now, single people, do you love being single or you haven't happened to found the right person yet? And who is the right person? Who really is the right person? You know what I mean? Can I send you a red 300? What's a red 300? Come on, Island girl. Now, people are married, right? The question is not necessarily do you love your spouse, but are they real with you? Are they real with you? Real with you. Now, Hayes discovering the real beauty. Good morning, darling. Nadia. You ain't sending nobody no $300, Nadia. Hey, amazing. Hey. How y'all doing? Come on, I want everybody to participate on this video live. Are you married? First thing, are you married? Yes or no? Are you married? Yes or no? Hey. And do you love being married? And do you really believe marriage is for better or for worse? And what do you mean by worse? Meaning, people saying now that you're supposed to accept the person for who they are. Do you accept your spouse for who they are? Because you know everybody don't always tell you who they are when you first meet them. They might tell you you know what I mean, flower and art girl, you said for the better. You don't want them for the worst. You don't want them for the worst. You ready to get the getting on. Because you know, this is my third marriage. So y'all know every time I talk about something, I know what I'm talking about. Now, if y'all like this topic, give me a thumbs up. This is my third marriage. I got married the first time because that's who I wanted my kids by. You gonna have some more males here. There's gonna be some more males coming in. Hi. So hi, are you single? You single? Or are you married? Discovering the real beauty. We do change during the marriage. That's true. That's true, discovering the real beauty. We do change. Because sometimes you could be with people for a long time and they not the person. I don't act exactly the way I act when I first met my spouse. I don't act exactly the same. But I'm still a good person all around. You know what I mean? Hi, I am searching for a date. Oh, you searching for somebody? Okay, so you single. You single. Hi. Hi is single. Hey. So can I say how old are you? Hi, or you don't might not want to say that. What's your age? Might be somebody out here looking for somebody too. And where are you from? And where are you from? I mean, are you reachable? But I'm telling you, this is my third marriage. I got my 3 kids by my first husband, my 3 kids. But that's the person I wanted to stay with for the rest of my life. Or so I thought. No, you are making fun of me. No, I'm not. I just want to know how old are you. I know you ain't no 16. Okay. And you too young for this live. But if you over 18 and over, then you good. You good. You good, hi. But yeah, it's a lot of people that are married that ain't happily married. I mean, are you really supposed to accept a person for who they are? Can we get back to that? Do you really supposed to accept the person for who they are? Discovering the real beauty. How did you get to the third marriage? Well, let's go back to that. Oh, you was listening, huh? Well, the first one I had the 3 kids by. I was only 18. Okay, young and dumb. But because I went to church, I felt like I better hurry up and get uh, married so I'm not fornicating. You know, that's what they told me at the church. So you ain't fornicating, you better hurry up and get married. They ain't say if you love the person. If you old enough to have sex, you old enough to get married. That's what I was taught at the church, you know, as a young girl. So I didn't approach no men, though. They approached me with somebody I work with, actually. And that ended up being the person I married. But the first child uh, was without being married. So they said, you ain't going to be having more than one child by this man and you ain't married to him. You know, the church, mothers of the church told me all this stuff. And so I felt like I had to get married. You know, we got to get married or we can't keep having no kids. You know, this is not right. So anyway, make a long story short, this person was almost 17 years older than me. I was 18. He was way in his 30s. So, yeah, okay, you were told that too, discovering the real beauty. And I'm serious. I maybe should have waited to get married when I was real young. But I was told I was supposed to get married. Don't have no kids out of wedlock. Come on, y'all. You wouldn't told that no kids out of wedlock. And that's what I was told. So I had to get married. But the person that I married, he was older and he was more into my money. He had a good job. I had a good job, but he was more into my money because I was young. He was already way experienced. Matter of fact, I wasn't his first wife. I was his second wife. He already had children. I was a virgin. Never had no kids till, I got with him. But anyway, the things didn't work because he was into taking pictures, talking about he into photography on the side, and taking pictures of naked women and all this stuff as a side hobby. And I didn't even know he was doing that. So it was a lot of things I had to find out about him after marriage that made me say, this ain't gonna work. You feel me? So the reason why we and I still married is because he didn't want to be faithful. Just put it like that. So, because if he was faithful and doing the right thing, I would still be with the same person. Would never been no other marriage. So, are we supposed to accept a person for who they are? Was I supposed to stay with him even if though he wasn't faithful? When I'm in a hospital having a baby, he's having sex with somebody else. Is that right? Was I supposed to stay with him for better or for worse? Was I really supposed to stay with him? Because forsaking all others in the marriage vow, forsaking all others, obviously he wasn't doing that. He wasn't forsaking all others. Taking pictures of naked women. How you got a husband or a wife and they taking pictures of the nude people, but you ain't allowed to do it though? But anyhow, do we value marriage? Is marriage how it's supposed to be? Are we even happily married? You could be married but not necessarily happily married. She's pretty good. There are people that are married but aren't happily married. They just feel like I'm supposed to be with this person the rest of my life, whether they good or bad or whatever. I'm just going to stick with them even if I can't stand them. Because they changed on you. And sometimes they didn't really change on you. Sometimes the real them just came out. Because they didn't tell you all that stuff in the beginning. Am I right? Sometimes they didn't change on you. Sometimes they were already that person and they just slowly let that real them come out. You know what I mean? That narcissistic behavior, and they trying to downgrade you. You know what I mean? Greetings from Miami, Mama, a Cuban American. Hello. Leo's Bonnie Hernandez. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome. Welcome to Grandmom Donna's Wisdom Bites, where I ain't got nothing on here but love for you. And I like to talk about different topics. If you read about me in the description, you'll see that I'm a licensed evangelist. I love God. I love people. I have a book called Laughter in the Rain by me, and the link in the description. So you know what I mean, Hernandez? We sometimes can be married and not necessarily love the person we married. I mean, if you get married when you're real young, sometimes it's puppy love. Oh, shucks, you already subscribed. Oh, shucks. Leo Baby. Hey. Hey. Well, I got to do my little happy dance when somebody subscribe. But anyhow, You know how sometimes, now can we be real? Because you know the divorce rate is real high. Sometimes you can be married to the wrong, you ever heard of that? Sometimes you can be married to the wrong person. And you like, what the world did I get myself into? You know, you young and dumb and you just hurry up and marry somebody just to have kids. I am in that position, baby. So you married Hernandez? Are you happily married? Or, you ain't got to spill it if you don't want to. But some people are married and wish they were still single. You know, you could be married and wish you was back single. You know how they say, well, dad, I was better off when I was single. Or I'm married, but this ain't going the way I thought it was going to go. Or I'm married, but this person changed. I thought this person was good. I find out this person's crazy. Or you can be going through married and going through mental abuse, physical abuse. You know what I mean? You going through some stuff you ain't happy about. I am married but not happy. Now, see, you told the truth. Now, you can be married and not happily married. Now, me personally, when I was married to the first person, they was a lot older than me, so it was really an experience. And when my father died when I was only 19, so I almost was looking for my father figure, my daddy. So I married somebody like 16, 17 years older than me. I was almost looking for my daddy because I missed my daddy and I was a daddy's girl. So I got married young because the church told me to get married and you can't have babies out of wedlock. And so it was almost out of guilt that I got married, but I didn't take the time to really get to know the person that well. I just figured the church said we supposed to get married, whether I loved them or not. So you ain't shacking up. That's what I was told. So actually, that's the reason why I got married. Not necessarily out of a whole lot of love. May learn to love them as time go on. But we do know everybody that get pregnant ain't in love with the person they had a baby by. Can we keep it real? Everybody that has a baby don't mean you was in love with the person, because you can have sex for the first time and get pregnant. Don't mean you was in love. But in the church world, you was taught not to have sex with nobody unless you marry them. So I got married not necessarily in love that much. But I wanted all my kids by the same father. I'll put it that way. I wanted all my kids by the same person. I didn't want to have a whole lot of baby mama drama stuff. So I ended up marrying that person. But I went through some mess with that person because they wasn't faithful. So I went through a lot of mess, but I was young and I was just learning the relationships. Had never been in one. So he was the first person, I was a virgin when I met him, so he was really the first person that I was with. So I learned a lot of stuff from him. Feel me? So it wasn't no happily marriage. Not at all. And he was cheating. I call him, he supposed to be at work and he down some woman's house. So I stayed in it as long as I could, and then I had to get up out of there. Even the lawyer said, honey, you got to get out of that. That ain't for you. So I got out at marriage, but I really wanted it to work, but I can't stay with nobody cheating. Do you stay with a person for better or for worse? No matter what they do wrong, are you supposed to still stay with them? You don't want them knocking you upside the head and doing whatever, and you still staying with them. So, are you married or are you single? And if you are married, do you love your spouse, or are you just tolerating your spouse? Or did y'all grow out of love? You know, you could love somebody, but then y'all kind of growing apart a little bit. You can be growing apart. Then how I got to the second marriage, let me tell y'all something stupid I did. Child, I ran an ad in the paper. Honey, see, that's why I say I got about 10 books need to be published. 10. I put an ad in the paper, y'all. Did y'all hear what I said? I said, honey, I'm going. Because back then I used to work at a place where I could put ads in the paper for real. I worked at the News Journal, the newspaper company. I had a good job. Discovering the real beauty, you want me to tell you? The second husband, honey, I put an ad in the paper. Because I used to work at the newspaper company running ads. And I put an ad in the paper saying, you know, I want to meet some nice, good, nice men. Right. I put an ad in the paper and got 60 responses. Yeah, back then, I was still trying to learn men. You know what I'm saying? So, honey, I put money on, money. You had to pay money to run an ad. And then I was trying to narrow them down. Like, you remember, like, back in the day when they had the dating game come on TV? Bob Eubank, the newlywed game, and all that stuff. Well, honey, I narrowed them 60 down to like the top 10 or the top 7. And of course, I had to meet them. And I asked them before I met anybody. It wasn't quite as bad as it is now. You don't want to meet too many people. But I, they was telling me how they look and all this stuff, over the phone. And I met a couple people. And I'm telling you, this is back in the day. Now, way back in the day when this stuff happened. We talking about at least 30 years ago. This really happened a while ago. So I was just filling my Cheerios. Because, the first one was a lot older than me. He was about 16 or 17 years older. And I just wanted a daddy figure. But he cheated on me all the time, wasn't faithful. But he always told me I was a good woman. He said if I ever wanted to get married again, I would remarry you. And even my kids tell me that. Daddy said that to this day. And he never married again. He said if I was to marry anybody else, it would be you because you was a good woman. That's my kid's father, the first husband. The second husband, okay, I narrowed him down to the top 10 or the top 7. Of course, I met some of them. I wanted to meet the white man, black man, Puerto Rican, African. I didn't care what color he was. I just wanted to meet different type of people. I asked, what were they about? But of course, a lot of them lied. When you meeting somebody through the paper, you don't know what you're getting. But I was still relatively young. Young. Yeah. And I was probably around 28 to 30. So it's been more than 30 years ago. I was like 28 years old or something like that. 27 or 28. But child, it was just the black guy, this big black guy that I met. He told me he was muscles popping and he had all this. Oh, he was all, over the phone. They could tell you anything. But when I met him, he was big papa. I mean, he was a real big papa. I'm like, where's your muscles you told me? I'm at work, so I gotta check something, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, he told me he was some kind of bodybuilder or something. He was a bodybuilder, all right. Wait a minute, I think I got to open this. All right, it's down. I got you. Uh-huh. I had to open up the gate, yo. I'm at work. Had to open up this gate because this thing don't have work no more. Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. All right. All right. All right, I had to take care of that. I'm at work, y'all. Had to take care of that business. I didn't realize that arm was still half not working. Well, anyway, the gate was up, Ricky, but the arm's not working right. When you badge, it's supposed to open, but it didn't. So it's not working too good. But hello, Ricky. So this particular live is about, are you married or are you single? And if you are married, are you happily married? Or do you wish you was back single? And the next thing is, if you married, do you stay married for better or for worse? And how worse does it have to get before you exit that marriage? And do you really supposed to accept the person for who they are? Are you really supposed to accept the person for who they are? Now, in the beginning, a lot of people don't tell you who they are. They tell you what you want to hear. And then later on, you find out the real them. You know, the old saying, Dr. Maya Angelou said, if they show you who they are, believe them. But sometimes in the beginning, they don't show you who they are. They paint a good picture. And they act like they are engine number 9. They hold that in a bag of chips and then find out later they are narcissists or they are boo-boo the fool. So, and then sometimes you can marry a person and you got the right one from the beginning. And nowadays with marriages, they open the marriage to threesomes and foursomes. So what is marriage? I mean, can we define marriage? I know how marriage is supposed to be, but nowadays everything goes on even in marriage. They got open marriages now. Or do you wish you were single if you are married? Do you want to go? You wish you could go back to being single, or if you are single, are you happily single? Because nowadays you got to be careful who you marry, even if you want to get married. You really do. Am I right? Do we have to be careful to who we marry? Or do you really accept the person for who they are? Do you really accept the person for who they are? That way you ain't got to worry about, do I trust you? I trust you to do what you know, what you good at doing, lying. I trust you that if you're a liar, That's who you are. I trust you that you're a thief, you gonna steal. I trust you to be who you are. But see, if a person told you all that from the beginning, then you can choose whether or not you wanna be with them or not. But sometimes people don't tell you from the beginning of courting that oh, by the way, I'm a liar. Oh, by the way, I'm a thief. Oh, by the way, I'm a cheater. Who really tells you the truth when they want to date you or they like you? They don't always tell the truth from the beginning, so you don't know that stuff. You find that stuff out later because that's the hidden. Real them is hidden. Because, in the beginning, you put your best foot forward, right? If you're trying to get somebody you really like, you put your best foot forward. You don't tell them all your flaws in the beginning. Not too many people do. Not too many people tell you all their flaws from the beginning. So you don't half the time know who you got. Now there are some people that pray and wait on the Lord to send them a mate, but even some of those people cut the fool, and they said they came from the Lord. You know, God sent me. Oh, did He? You the one, baby. God sent me to you. You the one. Are you the one? Are you really the one? And sometimes you can give that person a chance if you don't have a good discernment, and you find out that they nightmare on Elm Street. But you already married. So what do you do? Stay married to them? Even if they treat you terrible? Do you stay married? For better or for worse? Is that really what you do? Or, some people go through separation. My mom didn't believe in divorce, and my grandmother didn't either. So my grandmom and them had 13 kids. 13 kids, hardy back then. Grandmama had 13 kids. She didn't believe in divorce. Now, my granddaddy, he provided. He did get out there and make money because with 13 kids, mama ain't fitting to go to work. Where the kids going? But he did provide. But Papa was a rolling stone. He was out there. My mom said every weekend, Daddy left on a Friday, didn't come back to Sunday night. Now, what kind of husband is that? This is my grandpa. So they did dirt back in the day too. Come on, they did dirt back in the Bible days. My granddaddy, come on, left mama on a Friday. That's his payday. Didn't come back no more to Sunday night. And she believed in the sanctity of marriage. And she let him come back in every Sunday night. Now see, some women ain't putting up with that. You ain't gonna be my husband, and every Friday you going and don't come back Sunday night. Where are you at for them couple for the whole weekend? Who are you with for the whole weekend that you can't be with your wife? See, some people ain't putting up with that mess. So is that one of the for better or for worse? Because my grandmom stayed with him, and I know she loved her children, was raising her children, so it wasn't like she was going nowhere anyway. But my grandmom stayed. That was a true warrior woman of God. She stayed with him no matter what he did. But he went out in the street and did his dirt, though. He didn't do his dirt in the house. But still, he went out Friday and come back Sunday night. I ain't doing that. You ain't going to be leaving my house every Friday and coming back every Sunday and saying, I want your behind. No, no, no. It ain't even going that way. But I mean, some people do accept the person for who they are. But I'm sure he didn't act like that when she first married him. He act good as gold. So That's why sometimes you do got to get a divorce because people change. They not who you thought they were when you married them. They done turned into a rhinoceros. So anyway, the second husband, child, I said I put an ad in the paper. The second husband, I put ads in the paper to get him. Now he was about the last person on the list. I didn't want Big Booger, but Big Bubba. I didn't want, because if I'm a big girl, I don't want no big man. I have to have a man that's smaller. Because if I'm a big girl, you can't be real big because, um, so what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So my men had to be small, so I do have to have a preference for myself. If I'm bigger, the man can't be bigger. So that's just opposites got to track in that way. But I picked the last man, and guess what I did? I gave him an ultimatum. Going back to the church again, I gave him an ultimatum. See, you shouldn't do stuff like that. That's why I said I did some young and dumb stuff myself. Yes, I did. First person had to do with church and got married because it's the Christian thing to do. But the second person, I put that ad in the paper. And I'm going to tell you, I picked the last one because he was around my height and he seemed like he needed me. You know how women do some dumb stuff? He needed me. I could help him. I could make him a better person. I believe I could get him straight. And he said he was hungry. He said he had I'm going to tell you what he said he ate. He said, I eat mayonnaise and Old Bay sandwiches every day. Mayonnaise and Old Bay sandwich. I never forgot what he told me he eat. Mayonnaise, let me write that down because I ain't never forgot that. Mayonnaise and Old Bay. You know that's a seasoning that you put on crabs. Mayonnaise and Old Bay seasoning. Honest to God. He said he ate that every day. So I said, what? You that poor? Y'all eat mayonnaise? Just take 2 slices of bread and put mayonnaise on both sides. Then go in the cupboard and get your Old Bay out. You know the Old Bay that you put on crabs? And shook Old Bay on the mayonnaise. And then close it up and eat it. He said, that's what I eat every day. I said, really? You don't get no real good food? He said, no. I guess I ain't had no real good meal. And guess what I did? I felt sorry for him. I told you I met a couple of people, but this one I felt sorry for him. I said, oh, I gotta cook you a good meal. You can't live off no mayonnaise, no bay sandwiches. That's terrible. And so my heart got into making sure he ate well. So I fixed him, a good breakfast, some scrapple and sausage, bacon, eggs and cheese and fried potatoes and pancakes. I was going to make sure he ate well. I want you to know that this is a good woman that can cook a good meal and you ain't got to have no mayonnaise and Old Bay sandwiches. Oh no. So I felt sorry for him. And guess what I did? Dumb. I chose him because he was needy. He was like a project. Somebody I can nurse. Like my 3 kids I had. My kids were kind of spoiled because I love my babies. That's one good thing that I did get. And even when I was around 13, before I ever thought about having kids, I always said if I have kids, I wouldn't mind having 3 kids and a white picket fence and a husband. All the stuff you say when you're a teenager, when you're a kid. And honey, that's what I had, 3 kids. So I love my kids. I don't regret my children. I love my children. I'm a real mother. Love my babies. They I don't care how old they get, they still my babies. I love my babies. So that was a good thing that came out of my first marriage. My three children. I love my three children. He just wasn't a good provider because he had a gambling addiction. When you got a gambling addiction and you letting your behind go into different women, that marriage ain't gonna last. But anyway, the second one, when I fixed him good food, and I knew how to cook. I used to cook for this church I was going to, and I would invite the whole church over my house for dinner. And honey, I had plated beef. That plated beef from back in the day. We talking about going way back in the day, where you cook that beef so long, that roast so long in the oven, it just melt in your mouth. And I would cook the church that plated beef, and I had the church come over my house to eat. Of course, it wasn't no great big congregation because they can't all fit in my house. But I had a select amount of people. Made some potato salad, macaroni and cheese, and collard greens, corn on the cob, sweet potato stuffing. Make you some socket two-bit cake. Oh, I could cook. And they be coming over and they be tearing up my food. Oh, girl, you can cook. You not throw down in the kitchen. So this man, I reeled him in because I was making sure he gonna get some good food. And so after a while, I told him, you keep getting all this good eating from me, I'm gonna have to give you an ultimatum. I'm not gonna keep feeding you like that. If you want a good woman or good wife, I give you 90 days. I said, I give you 90 days. Did somebody send me something? Hey! When somebody give me something or say something I love, I gotta dance. Hey! Well, thank you. Thank you. Whoever said that. Who said that? Thank you. But child, I felt sorry for him. This is real. Real stuff. I'm telling y'all stuff I might never said ever. So when I tell you my channel is Grandmom Donna's Wisdom, but believe you me, I know what I'm talking about when I be talking because I done been there, did that, done that. When I was younger and dumber and maybe not so dumb, but I had a need to please people. How you get a man, you get a relationship. I just want to do whatever it takes to make them happy. I just want to make sure you eat the best foods. I just want to make sure you don't go hungry no more. I just want to love you. Oh, you must have had a bad childhood. Oh, I know what you talking about. I've been there. Baby, let me just rub your hair. Baby, let me just make you feel better. Baby, I can make it better. But I'm going to give you night. I'm telling you about the second husband. I gave him an ultimatum. I said, you got 90 days to marry me or get the heck on. 90-day ultimatum I gave him. You got to marry me in 90 days or you got to get the heck on. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, this subject is about marriage, accepting a person for who they are, or do you really stay with them for better or for worse, or do you get single, and if you are single, are you glad you single? Or if you married, do you wish you was back single? And why? So I'm just telling you my beef. I'm just spilling it to y'all to help y'all out because some people ain't going to on YouTube tell your business. You might don't want to tell it all. You know what I mean? You might don't want to tell it all. So, hey, Ken, but I'm going to tell you, honey, number 2, honey, I gave him an ultimatum after putting that ad in the paper. I picked the last one, the neediest one. And honey, I gave my ultimatum 90 days, marry me or get the heck on. So guess what? In 90 days, he said he was going to marry me. So he accepted the challenge. And my girlfriend had a license to marry people. So I had gotten married. No, you ain't pissed off this morning, Aaron. Not Aaron. You ain't pissed off this morning. Not by Aaron. Nobody better not piss off my Aaron Jones. Nobody better not piss off my Aaron Jones. Okay? Hey, Fabio. Hey, Fabio. I love y'all. Now, y'all better hit that subscribe button. Y'all hearing this good, true story stuff about great grandma Donna. Okay? Hi, hon. I've never been married. One day I will meet someone. That's right, Pinky. Hey, Pinky. Hey. You said me too. Oh, hey, Fabio. I would love to have a woman like you in my life. Oh, really, Ken? Let me tell you. Let me finish telling you the story. But this man had 90 days. Y'all got to get the replay of this because I'm already 46 minutes into this story. I'm 46 minutes into this live. But I'm telling y'all the juice. The Dallas Cowboys lost a heartbreaker last. I didn't know they lost. I thought they won. You mean to tell me the Dallas Cowboys lost? You know I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. You know I'm from Delaware, next to Philadelphia Eagles and the 76ers and the Flyers. Hey. You know the Eagles don't deal with the Dallas Cowboys. My sister and my brother are Dallas Cowboy fans. But sorry for your loss. Oh, Aaron, how can I ever make you feel better? Oh, Aaron, I'm so sorry. Yeah, right. No, I'm not. An Eagles fan ain't never sorry that Dallas loses. They happy. I'm from the United Kingdom. Love your vlog. I'm Diane. You're Diane, Pinky? Well, Pinky, I need you to be a subscriber to my channel because, hey, Pinky, you go to listen to Great Grandma Donna because Great Grandma Donna got some stories to tell, especially to the young people to help y'all. Don't go through the same mess I've been through. Don't you go through that same mess I've been through. Sorry, don't let me interrupt your flow. Yeah, Ken, I got to get to the story because I'm telling the juicy news. And y'all welcome to, you look at the top and you see that money and dollar sign and all that because you can give on this live because I'm an author. If you click on the description, you'll see that I'm an author of a book. I have many books that need to come out, but this is one of my books. But that's inspirational, baby. But let me get back to the marriage. That second husband, I gave him a 90-day ultimatum to marry me. And my girlfriend, she had a license to marry people. So guess what she did? In my apartment, yeah, not even in no church. We ain't had no money to go to no church. We didn't even have no money to get in a church. We got married in my apartment. He didn't even want to put on no good church clothes or nothing because, you know, the man was needy. He didn't have no them rich clothes. He was needy. I took on a needy person like if a person was homeless because I had this big heart. And if somebody seemed needy and seemed to need me, I was there for them. You feel me, Fabio? And I just wanted to. You said, yeah, I'm here. Ken, welcome to Silver. Yeah. Oh, shut damn. Look, when y'all do something for me, I gotta do my dance. Hey, 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 hey. All right, Ken. Welcome to the Silver Pearls. That's a member. Hey, hey. Well, welcome, Ken Penn. Love you. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's my dog. That's my dog. Y'all see how great grandma I'm at? I love my peoples. But yeah, honey, you hear me, Fabio and Ken? I felt the need to please. I had the need to please. So this person didn't have much. But guess what I did? Got him married in my place. I think he had on jeans and jeans that was cut up. You remember back then you can wear them jeans that was cut all the way up down the legs. I had on a nice, beautiful a dress that looked like a wedding dress, but not a gown, but a dress. And he had on cut up jeans and sneaks. Who wears cut up jeans and sneaks? You love my happy dance? And guess what? Thank you for loving my happy. That's what I give to my people. You got to get some love from me. Happy dance, baby. But guess what? I married that man because he needed me. Larry Young, I didn't care. I didn't care. Hold on. Hey, yo, I'm doing this video right now.
Oh, okay. I was just checking to make sure you was all right.
Yeah, I'm doing real good. I'm on YouTube. Say hey to the people. Say hi.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm at work right now. I'm checking on my wife.
He's checking on his wife. All right, I just got a new member on there live. I got a new member, my Ken Pen.
Okay. All right. Well, I just want to make sure you good. I guess I'll hit you back later on.
All right, I'm good.
I gotta get back to work. I gotta get the project new start real quick. They're gonna be preparing for their graduation.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk later. Bye. So guess what, y'all? Ain't this real? I didn't answer the phone. Well, I got two phones, so they don't get me on this phone, they're gonna call this phone. But guess what, y'all? Let me get y'all up close. Cause y'all were, you know what? Even though I titled this married, are you married or single, or are you happily married and all, do you really accept a person for better or for worse? That gave me an opportunity to talk about me. Okay? Because y'all ain't gonna spill it all. You ain't gonna really spill it all. But me, grab up dollars, what's the bites? You might well want to subscribe to my channel. Because I tells it. I tells the wisdom. Because I got to tell you the mess I done been through to help a lot of young people to overcome and to save you some bad mess that I did. Because I've been there, did that, done that. Don't think I ain't did no stuff. So I married the needy guy. Guess why? Because I felt like I could help him nurse him back together. I gave him some good old good cooking. Oh, I treated him good. I said, but you gotta work. Now I can't marry you, ain't got no job. Now you gotta have a job. And guess what he could do? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Guess what he could do? He knew how to cook. I know you ain't telling me you know how to cook, but you was having mayonnaise and Old Bay sandwiches every day. He said, yeah, mom made me get on his table and chairs and cook for my little brothers and sisters when I was 6 years old. He said he cooked for his family. I felt so terrible. I said, you cooking for your sisters and brothers? He said, yeah, I had to cook for them. So that's how he learned to be a cook. So when he would go find a job, he had to get jobs cooking because that's what he knew how to do. So I said, well, then if you know how to cook, can you cook me up a meal? Okay, I'll provide you the food. Hey, Fabio. I said, since you know how to cook, I'll provide all the food. But can you cook me a meal? Child! What did I say that for? He went in the kitchen, made some flounder, stuffed it with crab meat, made this white sauce. And I tasted that food. It was fabulous. He could cook. He could really cook. You hearing this story is discovering the real beauty? You didn't expect that twist. You didn't expect that twist of this story discovering the real beauty. He could cook. This Negro could cook. I tasted his food. It was fabulous. I said, you mean I'm trying to cook you some food so you won't eat no mayonnaise and Old Bay sandwich, but you could cook all alone? Fabio, I love you. I'm glad you came back. Yeah, child. He could cook, and his food was off the easy. His food was, you, me too. His food was off the easy. It was that good. So guess what? I said, I ain't cooking no more. You gonna be the cook. Now he did go to work. He found the job cooking, and they loved his food. That's what he was good at. I mean, you tell me you good at cooking. Well, why couldn't you fix yourself something to eat other than mayonnaise and Old Bay salad? He said, because home with mom, we ain't had no whole bunch of food. And I had to cook for my sisters and brothers, so their food was scarce. So whatever we did have, I had to make it work. I said, oh, so you was real poor. Not that I wasn't poor. I didn't grow up with no wealth. But I said, oh, okay. So he became the cook in my house. I cooked, but he was a cook too. Because I like this food better than mine. Because it's not so much better than mine, but he cooked it exotic stuff. I didn't cook no stuffed flounder with crab and no making no white sauce. Come on there. We didn't fix that for the kids. You know what I mean? So the Negro could cook good. And so you said, well, why didn't that marriage work? This is the second one. He married me on a 90-day ultimatum with cut up jeans on. Cut up jeans. And I got on a nice wedding type dress. He got on cut up jeans and sneakers and stuff. Do you hear me? This is true story stuff. But I said, oh, but I love him. He needed me. You remember the Popeye movie? Brutus and Olive Oil at Popeye. He needs me, he needs me. Da 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 da. He needs me. And some women do want somebody that needs them. But he needed me. He needed me. And I was so glad he needed me. When do I need him? Do I want the Negro to get a job and work and take care of me? You still there, Aaron? Aaron, you got to listen to my story. You got it. You my posse group. You my posse, Aaron Jones. He needed me, Aaron. I wanted this man to need me. Because the first person I married, he was like 17 years older than me. And when my daddy died, I wanted a father for a husband. I wanted a father figure in my life because I was trying to replace my daddy. So I married the first person because being in the church, you couldn't be having a bunch of kids out of wedlock. No, you got to get married. That's what they said. So I was only 18. I was a virgin. I never had sex in my life. What's sex? What's condom? Honest to God, I did not know that stuff. My mom sheltered us. All we did was go to church and go to school, get your education. So I didn't know nothing about no sex. We didn't have a condom class. So the first time I had sex, I was like, is this what it is? I didn't even half know what sex was. Uh, okay. How was it? Yeah, I guess is it alright? I don't know. I was so naive growing up. I was so in the church that I didn't know nothing. But anyway, get out of the first marriage. We back to the second one that couldn't cook good. You saying, so how come that marriage didn't work? Guess what? You want to know? See, this ain't the stuff I was expecting to tell y'all. But y'all got to understand how my channel is even called Grandma. I'm telling you, I need to be on Lifetime Movie Channel. They need to make me a multi-million-dollar deal to tell my stories because I got some stories to tell. And they real. It sound like that can't be real. Ain't nobody really do that. But oh, yes, baby, baby, baby. I got real stories. So the second husband needed me. So I showed him that I was the she's the dead man, my jamma. I made sure he knew I could call Cody. And I accept remember I said, do you accept the person for who they are? I accepted him that he was poor and that he needed me and that I could cook him some good food and I can help. You know that Luther Vandross song, I can make it better. I can make it better for you. I can make your life better. So I try to make it better for him, the second husband. But the question was he making it better for me? I wasn't even thinking about was he making it better for me. I was trying to make him better. You know, like I'm his therapist. You know, I gotta get you right. So, the second husband, you know what I mean? You know, I was married the first time. That was like my father figure. Because he was almost 17 years older than me. My father figure. That's where I had my children. I had my children by one person and one person only. I didn't believe in sleeping around with different people because remember, I was a virgin. I didn't do no sleeping around. I was faithful. And that's the good part about me. I never was creeping and sleeping around. Was one person. And that's who I got married to because in the church you had to marry that person. There go my car. Like, girl, I'm on spelling it. Girl, you got to catch the replay. Hold it, hush. Tell it my business. Why did I call this video married? Do you love being married, or do you wish you was back single, or are you happily single, and do you accept the person for better or for worse, and how worse do they have to be till you keep accepting it? Good morning, Queen. But I didn't already felt them in on the first husband. My daddy died when I was 19, and I needed a father figure. So my first husband was about almost 17 years older than me because I wanted somebody to replace my father, and I was young and dumb. I was a virgin. I went to high school because my daddy told me, promise me you're going to get some education. I finished high school and went to college and worked full time. I said, I'm going to make my daddy proud of me, even though my daddy died when I was 19 of alcoholism. He died. And what you say, Aaron? The Whispers sing that song, I Can Make It Better. Well, Luther Vandross got a song too called I Can Make It Better. Luther Vandross do too. He said, just give me this one chance to prove it to you. I can make it better. Oh, baby, don't be a link in his chain. Tell him it's over. Tell him to go. Cause something better for you. This is Luther Vandross. I can't play it on here because of copyright infringement, but I could play the song. Hold on, I'm talking about I know what Whisper sing because I had about every Whisper song, baby, baby. Bye bye. Sometimes I wish I was still single. Oh, really, Carla? See, this is the school. See, y'all got to learn about me in time. That's what I'm saying. This town is growing. You got to understand why I even call it Grandma Donna's Wisdom Bites. Because I'm going to give you a bite. You got to get a bite of me. I know Island Girl Aaron on here. But guess what? The second husband, he needed me. But guess what he had to tell me? Where my girl at back here? I don't know if you still listen, Cat Fabio, Kinpin, honey. Join the membership club, Carla. Kinpin, the silver club at that. But I'm talking about Pinky on here, and where my girl? Where my girl? Discovering the real beauty. Discovering the real beauty. Discovering the real beauty. But guess what? You know what he told me? He married me on an ultimatum now, 90 days. That was stupid of me to do an ultimatum. But I did an ultimatum. Oh, yeah. This is stuff I got to get the book published for y'all to read, but I'm giving y'all a scoop of my story. You got to tell this on television because nobody would believe it. I'm going to tell you, he was a good cook. But the first husband, remember I said I wanted a father figure. So I married somebody a lot older than me. You know what I mean? Island boy. I wanted somebody a lot older than me, like a father figure. So I was a virgin when I met the first one. So I didn't know nothing about sex. I didn't know nothing about. Come on, ain't no kids on here. Is they? I didn't. Come on, y'all can give me some hearts. You see that up there at the top? You can get hearts. You can get for this story. Oh, this is a story discovering the real beauty. I remember I said I was a virgin when I met the first one. Remember discovering the real beauty? Remember I said I was a virgin. So I had never had sex before. Carla never had sex ever. So guess what? This is what I didn't tell y'all. See. I'm getting to the juiciness of this grandma daughter. I'm getting to the juicy part. I gotta get y'all close, cause I want no kids here. Can't have no kids here. I got pregnant. Cause I didn't know. I didn't know about condoms or nothing. So I got pregnant. And the doctor said, would you say, Pinky, you love the accent? Guess what the doctor said when I went to the hospital to see if I was pregnant? He did an ultrasound, but back then I didn't know what an ultrasound was. He said, it's a baby in here swimming around. He said, it's a baby in here swimming. I said, really? He said, you pregnant, Carla? But guess what he said? How you get pregnant? What you mean, how I get pregnant? Come on, y'all got to send me some super likes, super thanks. Y'all can give out to Buddy all these. You see at the top, honey, YouTube then upgraded my live so I can get paid for my YouTube channel or the lives there. But guess what? I'm telling y'all some real stuff. The Carla, the doctor said, this is true stuff. You know, I don't like that hand up to God stuff, but the Lord know I'm telling the truth. You say you want to know if I'm married. Well, keep listening, baby. Uh, Wait a minute, stop breaking my concentration. But the doctor said, it's a baby swimming in your stomach. He did an ultrasound. He said, but how'd you get pregnant? I said, what do you mean how I get pregnant? The man did something to me. He said, but guess what? I said, what? He said, your hymen ain't even broke. What's a hymen? You know what? I didn't know what the doctor was talking about. He said, your hymen ain't broke. So how'd you get pregnant? He said, when a person has intercourse, we know if you're a virgin or not. We know. I'm telling y'all, so y'all getting some juice. I'm telling you, I need to be on television. Because nobody ain't going to believe these stories, but this is real documented stuff. They said your hymen ain't even broke. She said when your hymen's broke, when a man entered a woman, she starts to bleed when she's a virgin because he's breaking her hymen and it starts to bleed. And you have to break the hymen. That's how you break your virginity. He said, but your hymen ain't broke. So you're still a virgin. So I'm trying to figure out how you got pregnant. I said, but I was a virgin and I got with this older man and I don't know what a hymen is, but if it ain't broke, then I guess something got up there. If I'm pregnant, something must have got up there. But I never had sex before, so I don't know how sex supposed to feel, doctor. I don't know what was supposed to happen. Well, he hit the spot without hitting the spot, low. Yes, he did discover the real baby. He hit the spot without hitting the spot. I'm telling you, the doctor said you are clinically still a virgin, even though you pregnant. Well, what it was, see, y'all. I got to be a storyteller on this channel. See, I never was doing that, but I'm excellent with telling stories. But I be telling a lot of real stuff. Not no, I can make up a story, but this ain't no makeup. That's why I could write a lot of books and do plays like Tyler Perry. Oh, child, you ain't heard nothing about you hear my story. Child, what it was is I don't want no kids listening, no kids. His thing was little. His thing was little. His thing. Okay, wait a minute. It's just 5 hands. Well, his thing was like this. His penis was like this. But when you're a virgin, you don't know about sizes of penises because you're a virgin. So if his thing was this little, that's how he could get it in somewhat without breaking the hymen because his penis was too little. Yeah, he had one of these. It was like this. And when he was trying to put it in, I guess it was so little that it didn't break the hymen. So I guess when the friction would have been this little, when he had to come, the sperm squirted up in me, and the hymen was never broke. So that's how I got pregnant. Is that what they call it? A ticker? Tickler? Oh, a tickler. See, y'all teaching me stuff. It always called a tickler. Well, then he was. I told y'all I like comedy. Oh, so he, he was tickling me? Wow. So I had tickle sex. Oh my goodness. Teeny tiny. Yeah, he was teeny tiny. So my hymen was never broke. Okay, that's the first husband. Now let me get back to the second one. He needed me, but he ended up being a good cook. Ken Penn, what you say? I only have a small woolly myself. Come on, Ken Penn, don't. But in Africa, they know how to grow that teeny weeny. That they know how to grow it. Well, that's another video. It's okay, Ken. We love you. We love you, Ken. But his thing was so little. So with the second person, okay, let's go to the second husband, okay? I had to divorce the first one because he was cheating with his teeny weeny thing. Cheating with your teeny weeny thing. Poor high five. Because that's what I say. Poor little tank tank. Oh, poor little tank tank. No, he was poor little tank tank. But the second one, remember I said I was a virgin. But the second one, you know, I told him 90-day ultimatum, you got to marry me. Because I still go to church and I can't be having a whole bunch of sex with people I ain't married to. Because that don't look right. Even though I forgot to tell you I got my tubes cut, tied, and burned before I left that hospital with the first husband, because I wasn't having no more kids by nobody else. So I got my tubes cut, tied, and burned. So wasn't no more kids gonna come from nobody else. See, the teeny weeny still gets played. Oh, okay, hold it. A teeny weeny still got some play in it. Okay, hold it. Discovered a real beauty. You spell it, girl. You spell it. So anyway, with the second husband, I told you I didn't cheat. I was a virgin when I met the first one. So the second one, when we first had sex, I never had no other penises other than this penis from the first one. Never had another penis. Ooh, Lacey Blue, smart to not have kids with more than one man. That's right, Lacey. I didn't want no more kids but by one man. So before I left the hospital, I told the doctor, cut, tie, and burn my tubes. And I was almost 24. I was 23, going on 24, because I had the baby May 28th. I was still 23. But my birthday was June the 8th. I would have been 24, and I got my tubes tied at 23. The doctor said, "You too young to be having your tubes cut, tied, and burned." I said, "I ain't too young to know I don't want no more kids." Okay? So, anyhow, the second one, I told y'all I was faithful to one man. I mean, I was a virgin, so I don't know all these penises. So when I got with the second one and got to have sex with him, I seen that his penis was different. His penis. His penis was bigger than this. His penis was bigger than that, than the first penis. So when I seen the second penis, I was like, "You mean penises come in different sizes?" Y'all ain't gonna believe me. I said, "You mean penises come in different sizes? Oh, your penis is bigger. Huh. Oh my goodness." And so guess what? It scared me. Yeah, his penis was bigger than this. So I'm like, what? Oh my goodness. So he had to be careful with me, you know what I mean? You can't just jump down in me and boom and scare the best out of me. But with that one, I forgot all about the cooking and how he could cook. I said, let's get to that part. Cause you know when I got a hold of another piece of penis, oh, I was in love. I didn't care about the food. I was in love with the penis. Oh, there's different sizes. Whoop, and I had the nerve to been double jointed. Double jointed, child. So honey, he had to be flipped and put my legs behind my head and do all that. I thought, oh, shucking, tucking, woo! I learned to love them. Oh, I learned to love. Oh, you too discovered the real beauty. I learned to love him. I didn't care about his food no more. That Negro. You too, me eight. You too. I learned to love that man. Because I said, honey, he got the penis. And I got the food. He got food too, but I got the food. Honey, this Negro gonna get anything out of me. You got the juice. So I got addicted to the thing. Next thing you know, I wanted that every day. I wanted you could give me that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then I had lost a couple pounds because honey, we ain't gotta eat. He said, "No, I wanted you because you were thicker and bigger. I wanted a bigger woman. So don't you start losing no weight, or we gonna break up." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I don't want you losing no weight because," he said, "even though you cooked me food," he said, "I wanted you because of your size." What? He said, "Yeah, I like big women. I'm not attracted to small women. So I like you just like you are. And you better not start losing no weight." He said, "You got to cut that weight loss." Because I was losing weight. Because I got addicted to the penis. So I didn't need them no food. I know. I said, what you said? We don't got to eat. I just want some sex. I start getting addicted to sex. I wanted sex all the time. Yeah, I wanted sex all the time. I didn't want no food. We ain't got to eat. We can have some jello. Just give me some sex. And I wanted sex so much that sometimes he said, I'm going to go sleep on the couch. I said, what you going to sleep on the couch for? He said, because you want sex too much. Wanting sex all the time. And see, I told you I got needy men. So he wasn't in the church either. And that's something how I'm the Christian, but I keep getting these men that ain't into church or into God. And he wasn't trying to go no church either. And so he drank beer. And so I got good and creative with sex, and he would put the beer in the freezer and freeze it to where it's slushy. And I said, I want to pour that beer on you. Me, pour that beer on. Get him a jump. Because after I figured out people have orgasm. Come on, this is PG-13. See, y'all got to catch me when I'm doing storytellers. I can do some stories, but I ain't telling no. I'm telling the truth though. But you can understand why I didn't bring the part of the book out. It's like in three parts because in the church, I can't tell my church this kind of stuff. I can show my church this book, but I can't show the church the other books that I got that need to be published because they're gonna say, "Huh?" I'm telling y'all, my other books that need to get published are rated R because I didn't know nothing. I had to learn from scratch the facts of life. I did not know. So I poured beer, frozen beer on his penis. And he said, shh. You know that's going to freeze his penis. And I poured it on there, and I love to see him jump. I said, oh, that makes you jump. He said, oh, it's so cold. Oh, that turned me on. Pouring the frozen beer on his penis. And I don't like beer, but I had to like it at that. Well, you can read between the lines. I had to like it at that time because, honey, I was getting addicted. Woo! I know. I ran the man to the couch queen because I like to sing. I started getting addicted to the thing. Now, you talking about going from a virgin to the thumb thing that didn't even break my hymen to getting something that's of a size. And I start figuring out what you do. You know what I mean? Oh, I could be creative. And I done wanted it so much and start putting stuff on it. I ain't gonna put no hot sauce on his penis now. Cause I don't, you know what they do. But I start acting like his penis was food. Honey, I loved it. I loved it. All right. But you gonna ask me how come the marriage didn't work right? Because he was so honest that he one day told me, now oh, gave me $10? Somebody gave me $10. Hey, hey, hey. Well, y'all told y'all that money gonna make me dance. Look, I might be 63, but see, y'all getting a juicy scoop on me. Great grandma ain't that great grandmom that I don't know what time it is. Now, who the word that gave me $10? Now, who the gave me $10? Carla? Oh, I'm a mess. Thank you, Carla. Hey. See, y'all gotta get to know who great grandma is. You got to know me. That's why I said get to know me. Y'all gonna love this channel. I'm trying to reel y'all in slowly. I might be a licensed evangelist and I love the Lord, but I still got a story to tell. Where I come from. You got to know my story to know why this channel is called Grandmom Donna's Wisdom Bites. It's bites of wisdom, but you got to know the hell I've been through, baby. I got to spill it. See. I got to give y'all some storytellers, some stories. I got to tell some stories, but I ain't been trying to tell them too much because I don't want y'all to think that I know too much, sins or bad stuff. But guess what? That Negro had to go sleep on the couch. He said, "You wanted too much. That's too much. You rather be on the couch." I said, "You can't be running away from me. Don't run away from me. I don't know none of this stuff." And you know how people do oral sex and all that? Men trying to do that to the woman. I said, "What's that?" Well, ain't nobody never did that to me, so I didn't know what they was talking about. I'm like, "You could put that on a woman? You do that? Is that what you people do that?" Well, y'all gotta understand I come from being a virgin and coming from this, so I didn't know people do that. So I said, "Well, can you try to do that on me?" That stuff set me crazy. I thought I was going crazy. But you want to know why we ain't together? He had the one day told me, "I love you with everything in me." But he said, "I can't be with no one woman the rest of my life." Remember, I married him on an ultimatum for 90 days. He said, "I can't be married to no one woman the rest of my life, though. I can't be with no one woman for the rest of my life. I got to be with other people, too." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." See, that's the part he didn't tell me. Remember, I said you could be married, but people don't tell you everything? I mean, he told me about his food and he didn't have a lot of money. I get that. That's believable anyway. But he didn't tell me he liked being with different women. He said, "I love being with different women, but they got to be heavy set too." He didn't want to be with no small woman. He said, "I got to be with other women too. I got a child by this other woman, and he said, I got to be with her too. I got to see other women." So one day, he was a club hopper. I'm telling you, how did I get attracted to people that ain't even in church? That's my fault. You so needy that you meeting somebody ain't even in the church. And he got me trying to come in the club to find where he at. And all this crazy stuff. But he said, "I can't be with no one woman." So I went to church and got him to come to church. And there was this guy there that happened to be like a prophet. And I never been to the church, but I brought him there. I don't know how I got him to come. But the guy said, "I was dreaming about y'all throughout the night." And he told my husband at that time everything, told him about his friends and everything. He was like, "Donna, did you tell this man all this stuff?" I said, "I ain't told that man nothing." But he said, "You got an ultimatum." Just like I gave him an ultimatum. He said, "You got an ultimatum talking to the man I married." He said, "You got to either give yourself to the Lord or your marriage is going to end." And the man thought real hard. Real hard. That was his ultimatum. Guess what he said? "Well, I'm not giving my heart to the Lord. So I guess the marriage is going to end up ending because I want other women. I can't be with no one woman. So I guess I can't give my heart to the Lord then because I want to be with other women." That's how our marriage ended. That's how it ended. He didn't want to be with no one woman, and he had the nerve to stay out and was at the other woman's house because the other woman called me. Oh, y'all ain't heard no juicy news like I can give you juicy. The other woman called me. Her name was Sabrina. She said, "Your husband's over here crying in my arms, crying." She said, "I'm sending your husband home to you." I said, "I don't know, you ain't sending him home to me and he crying in your arms." "Yeah, he just got done having sex with me, but he crying for you." And the song was on back then was Aaron Hall, I Miss You. And he playing that song and crying and crying and crying and crying because he really wanted me. But his addiction said, I got to be with other women. See, you can have addictions. See, I can help a lot of people because I done been in them shoes. He had addiction. He had addiction to alcohol and addiction to women. So he couldn't be faithful to me, even though he loved me. He cried and cried. Ain't no man crying and crying in no other woman's arms. But she said he really do want you. He just got addiction to other women. So the question is, do you stay with somebody for better or for worse? In that case, heck to the no. You got to be joking. You got the other woman calling me, talking about your man's your husband crying in my arms and my oh child, you gonna go back to her house. I'm sending you back to her house. I called the police. The police came. Back then it was BCRs and TV because he didn't come with nothing. Remember, he was poor. This is Old Bay and mayonnaise. I gave him a television, the BCR, take all your clothes and stuff, and they put that in the back of the cop car with his clothes. And I said, take him back to the girl's house that he was sleeping with. And the cop drove him back to her house. I said, he can't stay here. I don't want no bed at my bed that's sleeping with other people. The other people got to call me. So you going to cry you a river, but you go back and cry to her. And then what the preacher told him, he said, I don't want Jesus. I don't want Jesus. I want other women. There's your answer. So that's how the second marriage ended. I know you can't believe it, but that's how the second marriage ended. I'm like, what's with these men wanting to give up a good woman for some other woman's coochie? But if you're addicted to sex, you ain't gonna be faithful to no one woman. If you are addicted to sex, you ain't gonna be. Now, see, that's why I told you my channel can help people because I keeps it real. You just want to know how real can I go? Oh, I can go real, real. I want no kids on my channel though, but I have to tell you how I got how I am because I had to go through the mess. So for me, I'm not staying with nobody and for forever and knowingly knowing you told me you're gonna be cheating on me, you told me what you're gonna do. That's not fair to me. You get now somebody else's drawers and gonna come get in my coochie? No, you're not. That's not the way it's gonna go. So there's a time where you have to divorce. And so when I got a divorce from him and filed, I knew right where to go. The lawyer said, you are too happy. You're laughing and acting like you can have a party. He said, I ain't never seen anybody getting divorced this happy. I said, oh, I'm tickled because I'm going to be back free. And I celebrated being single. I celebrated my divorce. I even I put it in a picture frame and hung it on the wall because I was so happy. But do you know what? Just like the first husband, that man said, you ain't never did nothing wrong to me. You's a good woman. I just wanted to be with other women. He said, but you're a good woman. I just want you to know that. So hear it again. Somebody else, I'm a good woman, but not good enough for you to be faithful to, though. So that's a problem with a lot of men. They love women, but they love women, not one woman. Now, I mean, I get it. There are some men in the world that only want to commit to one. But a lot of y'all we talking about at least 70% of men are not faithful to no one woman. And you go in it letting a woman think you are. That's why they give you their heart and their babies and their soul and their mind, and you end up doing something else, or not necessarily doing something else, but sometimes the real you will slowly start coming out, but you don't bring it out in the beginning, or they might wouldn't have never married you. You know what I'm saying? You know how y'all men say, baby, I love you, baby. It's only gonna be you, baby. Baby, I need you, baby, I want you, baby, baby, baby. You know what I'm saying? Baby, baby, baby. You know, like James Brown, baby, baby, baby. I got the feeling. Dun, dun, dun. Baby, baby, I got the feeling. Y'all got a lot of feeling for a whole lot of different coochies. Y'all don't want to be faithful to the one woman. So this has been my problem with marriage. I'm the faithful one. I ain't trying to cheat. You know, I was not the cheating type because I was the church girl. So I don't know how I always end up getting with somebody that ain't a Christian and they ain't into no church. But I don't know. But my kid's father wasn't necessarily needy, and he had a good job. You know, he wore suits and ties to work, had his own car, had his own money. But he had a bad gambling addiction. So a lot of his money went somewhere else. Not into the house, not into the kids. He gambled up his money, so I'm still end up paying the bills and taking care of stuff. We only owe $3,000 on our house and it been paid off. And he gambled up the money so bad that he took out mortgage, another this, and I didn't even know he was doing that. Because remember, he was about 17 years older than me, so I didn't know about all that foreclosure and all that stuff. So this is stuff you got to experience when you young and dumb and don't know. So I live and learn. So I celebrated the second divorce, and I said I don't want no more men for a while. So I just stayed single for a long time. A long time. I stayed single. I stayed celibate for a long time too. And I got in the church more so into church. And I had to stay away from men because I said, well, I guess it ain't no men out here worthy of me because I'm faithful and I'm honest and I'm true. And I can't seem to meet no man that's faithful, honest, and true. You feel me? So that's how the second husband, you want to say you in a third one though, but that was a long wait after the second one because I stayed single for a long time. Look, we ain't fitting to talk about the third one. That's another video. We ain't gonna talk about this third one on this one. I'm gonna save that for another live because to know about this third husband, y'all gonna throw the money, y'all gonna throw money on the channel because y'all gonna be in the floor laughing. Y'all gonna be in the floor, literally in the floor. So I ain't gonna tell you about the third one. Not gonna tell you because you ain't gonna believe it. You wouldn't hardly believe it to tell it on TV, but it's real. I can't tell you. The only thing I could tell you about this one is I picked somebody else that needed me. You know, I had that need to please. A need to please. Y'all heard of that before, the need to please. The need to please. I just have this need to please somebody. And some of you women know what I'm talking about. The need to please. You want a man that needs you. And obviously he needed me, but I was glad he needed me. We talking about a real needed me. But when you that type of person, sometimes that can backfire on you, because instead of you going after the package of a man giving you all that you desire in a man, his finances be right and he has his own place and he has all this financial stuff. I Something was blocking me where I couldn't see that, because there were men that propositioned me that had all the money, want to take me to Maui, Dubai. I had men that offered me all kind of stuff, and they was different complexions, different color, different races, and I couldn't accept a man that had all the money and stuff, because deep down inside, I must was still wanting a man that needed me. And I feel like a man that had all this wealth and all this money, he don't need me. He got it all. You see how I was thinking? A man that got tons and tons of money don't need me. He already got everything. So I would turn them down. I wanted somebody to need me, or I wanted somebody I could take care of, put it that way. And a lot of women do that. Now we got these gold diggers out here. You young guys, y'all see these gold digger women out here with their nails done, their toes done, their hair kept up. They want your credit card, debit card. They want everything, and they gonna get thousands and thousands of dollars done of your money just getting their hair done and their weave done and their toes done, and they gonna drain you dry. You pretty much getting with a Barbie doll. So you gotta have tons of money for this new generation, because they want a sugar daddy. They don't care what age you are, but you better get some money. You feel me? But I was never that way. I didn't go after men for their money, and that's why men used to say, "You so nice. You ain't a gold digger." I said, "No, I'm not. I had opportunities but I never believed in using people." So I was honest. So you could see honesty can get you in trouble in a certain extent, because I was the honest woman. I'm like, I don't want nobody for their money. I want you to love me for me, and I love you for you. That was the better or for worse, richer or poor, sickness and health. Except for they wasn't doing the forsaking all others. That part of the wedding contract they wasn't doing. No forsaking all other. They wanted to add everybody else into the marriage. We ain't having no twosome, threesome, foursome, fivesomes. It's to death do you part, supposed to be. So I wanted to stay married the first time to one person. But you can see how things went. It didn't go that way. All this infidelity and all this other stuff. The first husband was taking pictures of with nude women. He supposed to be at work. He told me, I'm a photographer too, on the side, taking pictures of all these naked women. I ain't putting up with that. So we gon' I'm ending my stories. Okay, that's enough. Cause it's 1 hour 43 minutes. You gonna get some more at a different time. But when I tell you, you can be married, but not necessarily happily married. You can got married on certain circumstances, and some people did get married, and that's the love of their life, and that's who they love, and that's who they will always be with. But I met a man one day that's been with his wife for 40 years, and she don't want nothing. She don't want for nothing. He's a good man, and he do seem to be a very good man. But he said, I got one secret. But he told it to me. He said, I cheat on my wife sometimes. He said, not that much, but I still cheat on her, but she don't know, because it ain't nothing she wants for. He said, I give her everything she wants for. And she don't have no reason to suspect me to be a cheater, because he don't even look like the cheating type. He said, but I have cheated on my wife more than once. I said, what? So that made me know that how many people can you trust? And if you're not careful, you don't trust nobody. So the question becomes, like I said, do you accept the person for who they are? Do you accept the person for who they are? And are you going to allow them to do the forbidden things and you going to stay married to them even though you know they crooked and doing wrong? Or are you going to still stay married to them? That's the question. You going to stay with them? I don't care if they cheat on you, whatever they do, you going to still stay with them, knowing you going to get whatever. For me, not no whatever. But that's what I mean. We got to examine ourselves, examine relationships and why we even get in relationship, because it's not always for love. Some people get with people for sex. Can I keep it real? Some people get with people for sex. And some of us, as we getting older, we want kind of to be single. But sometimes we just want a companion. You know, you want somebody around the house, especially women, you want a handyman, somebody's going to help do the stuff that you can't do as you're getting older. You want somebody to get up there and hang the curtains, man, take out the trash, the man, and I do man things around the house. And you just want a companion. You might want somebody in the house because you don't want to be home alone, and you got somebody to watch TV with, somebody to go out to eat with, somebody to go to movies with, you want somebody, but not necessarily you have to be in love with them. But you wish it was that way, but it ain't always that way no more. You feel me? And everybody would like to feel needed, but all relationships ain't what you think. So sometimes you are better off single. But because of money and bills, and y'all know the price of housing and stuff now, I'm still not in my own house yet. I'm still renting. At 63, I'm still renting. I should own a house by now. But I turned down all the men that had plenty of money. Because I figured if I marry somebody for their money, honey, if they don't like me no more, they gonna throw me to the curb. Even though I'm a likable person, but I'd rather have my own piece of shack. Well, my mama said, get you a place. So I always try to have somewhere to stay. Might not be the best place, but I always try to have a place to stay so I can have a roof over my head. And even if I met somebody, if they didn't act right, they can't put me out because it was always my place. You feel me? But not that you want it that way, but sometimes it goes that way. Y'all got to understand, if you go through different relationship drama and mess, you'll learn over time. You got to protect your heart. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your children if you have them. Because you can't have everybody touching your children, because that's a whole nother story. I could tell y'all some stories. But anywho, this is the end of this video. I'm going to stop this video. But I thank you guys. If you want to learn more about me, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. I have over 1,000 videos now on my channel. This is my newly monetized channel, Grandma Donna's Wisdom Bites. And I have a lot of wisdom bites to share with y'all. I'm just getting into them. But I got to do this on live because I can't upload a video and spill it to you. I can spill it to you more live and in person. But I'm at my job. But I got a good job because they allow me to do this. Because they know you helping people. We love what you do. So my job allows me to do what I do. But I'm a good person. I got a good heart. I took a homeless man in my house that I rent for 2 years to keep him from dying in the street. I got that kind of heart that just loves helping people. Even though I need some help, I need another house. Well, I ain't going into the third marriage. See, I ain't going into that. Because I told you I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it. So we ain't fitting to go into nothing else. But anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you like this kind of content, if you like good people, good grandmoms, seasoned older women, if you love to just learn, if you love good stories and real people, I'm gonna keep it real. When I tell y'all I'm a keep it real woman, I am just what I said I am. I keep it real woman. I keep it real 110% real. Even the pastor of the church said that to my husband. He said, I know that woman since she was 15 when she wasn't even a woman. She gonna give you 110% because I know her. The question is, what you gonna do? You feel me? I'm a good woman. I can say that. I'm a good woman. But everybody you get with ain't like that. They might pretend like a wolf in sheep's clothing. You might pretend to be all that in a bag of chips, but you really got a lot of hidden agendas, especially if you try and get with people for sex. Your motive is about the flesh. Your motive ain't matters of the heart. Your motive is the matter of your flesh. That's why I say I can teach a lot of stuff I know. I done been in the situations, even though I've been to college. Everything I know, I didn't learn it from college. I learned some real life experiences. So I can talk about what I know to help people. I love to help people. I got 21 grandchildren, y'all. 21 grandchildren. Two great grandbaby girls. I'm an evangelist, but I'm a keep it real evangelist because everybody that loves God don't mean they ain't been through nothing. People don't want to tell their testimony. People don't want to tell their story to help other people because you want people to think you was born saved and you never did no wrong because you can't help nobody if you don't tell where you come from. I wasn't born with no silver spoon in my mouth. I wasn't born into money. I was born poor. I don't know about all that. I don't know about Hollywood and all the glam, glam, glam. It's not how I was raised. So when I keep it real on here, I'm giving y'all my heart. I'm real. So if you're looking for somebody real, if you know some grandmoms, grandpops, or people need this channel, share this channel with somebody else. Because I'm going to keep it real. You know people in relationship problems and relationship drama. You know people that's married that wish they were single. You know people that are single that want to be married, but you better make sure you know what you get in your hands into before you get married. Don't get married just because you go to church. You better know what you getting yourself into. And see, I done learned some things the hard way. Because you can love too hard and still get jacked up. So I'm going in this video because I'm real. And I love you guys. You ain't got to know me, but get to know me. I love people for real. You know what I'm saying? I keeps it real, Carla. I keeps it real, discovering the real beauty. I keeps it real, Fabio. I'm just real. This is me. I don't know how to be nothing but me. Okay? I got you screaming, Carla. He hooked you in and then left. What you say? What you say? Yeah, I am a good person. I loved Ken Penn. I loved. Wait a minute. Let me go back to Ken Penn. Ken Penn said, I love listening to your words today. Thanking you. Thank you, Ken Penn. I appreciate you and my members. Thanks for sharing. Hello, that's my buddy. I don't understand the language, but that's my buddy right there. Yep. India. Tamila, Tao, Tao, Tamil Nadu. I don't know. Welcome, India. Please come my home. India, how are you, sister? Just fine. My name is Anju. Hi, Anju. Hi. Glad to see you, Anju. Oh, I love my Indian friends. I love my India friends. I have some wonderful friends that are from India. But see, I like people from all over the world. But y'all can see how I got the loving people. Because you could see when I'm telling you about my past relationships, you can see how I let my heart take over and love people when they weren't always loving me back. That's how some people get involved, and men do. Men get hurt or men get wounded being with the wrong person. And you just wanted somebody else and you got trapped with some mess. So that's why you can get my book. This ain't rated R, okay? This is inspirational. If you click on a link in description, Laughter in the Rain by Donnalhall, it'll take you to Amazon. But that teaches me, this book teaches me about what I've been through. It talks about anxiety, depression, stress, all that stuff that I've been through. And it helps me to overcome a lot of stuff I've been through. So that's real. But that's teaching you how to get out of the mess. You feel me? That's what this book is about. This book is teach you how to laugh. Ain't no laughter book. It teach you how to laugh from the inside out when you are hurting. That's what this book is about. But them other books I ain't got published. I need to hurry up and get them published. But it takes some finances. But I do need to get them out because they're healing. There's a lot of people going through some hell and some relationships. They tolerate it. You might try to talk it out, but if you don't accept the person for who they are and they don't want to change, you go through therapy, you go through all the ramifications to try to get help, and they don't want help, you can't make them get help. If they want to be what they are, they want to be a porn star, they want to constantly masturbate and constantly watch pornography and constantly do stuff and constantly neglecting you, then you got to be honest with yourself. Is that a marriage you want to stay in? Because you're really going to be in bondage. And in some cases, it's best to be free. It's best to be single. And I'm just keeping it real. But that's going to be another video because I ain't really finished. But I like to talk to help people. And I like telling real stories. Because I can't do nothing but be real. I got to be real. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Very, very nice, your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. 77. 77. Thank you. I'm going to call you 77. Love 77. That's what I'm going to call you. But I appreciate you too. I appreciate you very much. And thank you for being a part of my channel. Okay? I'm at work, so I got to get off of here. But y'all watch my videos. I got over 1,000 videos now. And I got some tough subjects I talk about. But I know on live, I can really give y'all the real deal. And I'm going to start opening up more with y'all, discovering the real beauty. I'm going to start opening up more, sharing stories with y'all, because that'll help y'all to know me even more personable, to tell y'all the stories. Because you got to know why I call my channel what I call it. Grandma Donna's Wisdom Bites. It ain't like I just discovered all this wisdom. No, no, no. I done been through some hell. Okay? It's like paying the price for what you got. And you know, like in church, they say the anointing costs. Oh, I done paid some prices, child. Lord Jesus. I done been there. And it's all, a lot of things we do in the name of love, but you still got to keep your eyes. The Bible said, watch as well as pray. Sometimes we ain't doing a lot of watching. Might be praying, but you ain't doing a lot of watching because sometimes you can catch people when you're in your vulnerable state. See, when a woman's in her vulnerable state, sometimes she allows certain things because she was vulnerable. But if you wasn't in that vulnerable state, that wouldn't have happened. You feel me?
So
What's up?
anyway, so I knew it was something, but I didn't know it was to that extent.
Well, anyway, I'm getting ready to get off of here. Thank you, the real beauty. I appreciate you so much. So I look forward to seeing you more. Oh, I sure do. And like I said, those of you that want to talk to me, y'all can text me one on one. And you get in this cell phone. This is an iPhone. But and you want to write it down and you want to text me, I do counseling. Now you see why I do counseling. See, I got to tell stories because y'all like. But the texting, if you want to write this down, I live in Delaware. 302, area code 302 490. Would you say, Aaron Jones, overdo it today? Do what today, Aaron? Now write this down. Area code 302 490 3408. Area code 302 490 3408. That's this phone, iPhone. And you can lock me in your cell phone and text me. I told you I'm a real live person that love people. Yep. So anywho, that's it. I gave you my phone number. You can. Some of y'all gonna catch this on replay, and some of y'all can share this video to somebody you know need it. Oh, you mean don't overdo it as far as working? Nah, I don't do no overworking at work. I don't do no whole lot of working. I don't do no whole lot of working. I'm trying to build this channel. That's the work. But I'm gonna start doing some stories with y'all. I'm gonna start doing some stories so y'all can understand me better why I counsel people. And I do charge a small fee, but you can give me whatever you want to give me for Cash App because that's what the Lord says. You got Donna, you got so much in you to help a lot of people, but you got to get it out. And sometimes I don't like sharing my stories because they are so real, and you got to go back to tell the story. But they are healing for people that need the information, people that have been there. And some people are struggling, but they need somebody to talk to. And they might don't want to talk to their spouse. They can't talk to their family. They need somebody else to talk to that understands. You feel me? Good evening, Fred. Oh, that's my buddy, Fred. Hey, Fred. That's my buddy right there. Good evening, even though it's good morning here, but good evening. You coming on here after 2 hours into my video, you gonna have to watch the replay. Perhaps you gotta watch the replay on Big Hardy. Come back.
Oh no. You talk shit to me.
You gotta watch. You gotta come back. You gonna text me later? Yeah, Pradap is from India. 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 Yeah, I like Pradap. Pradap is really a faithful person on my channel. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all just don't know. Once you get to know me, you ain't got nothing but the love, Miss Donna. That's why when trolls come on here, I don't worry about no trolls. I'm like, they don't even know. If they knew who they was talking to, they would get in on the bandwagon and get some wisdom. Because I done been there. I already know them uh, stuff you do, trying to be player, player, player. I ain't got no time for all that. All right, Aaron, text me. But yeah, I just gave out my number to this other phone because y'all, put me in your cell phone. Real life, personable person. I just keeps it real. And some people not used to that. Not just on YouTube or Facebook or whatever platform you are on, but some people just ain't real. People give out fake names, fake everything. But I'm just a real person. My mother watches my channels. My daughters, my sons, my real blood family. They know if I'm fake. You feel me? So you just gotta be real. I don't believe in being fake. I believe in being a real person. So y'all gonna learn some more about me. Like this Dada girl, tell it. But somebody else ain't gonna tell it, but I'll tell the story. Because people need to hear it. So y'all look for some more stories. Because I'm gonna have to title these videos some stories. Okay. And y'all gonna be probably passed out on the floor with some of my stories. But anyhow, um, I just been there. Been there, did that, done that. And still going there. Because everything ain't peaches and cream, baby. Everything ain't peaches and cream. Okay? But anywho, y'all have a wonderful day. And like I always say, wherever you go, take the Lord with you and allow Him to become your constant companion. See, you'll start to understand why I say certain things. Because everybody ain't even your constant companion. Some people, you want to throw them to the curb, you want to throw them somewhere. I'm just keeping it real. But I just know God to be my constant companion. I can't always say that about people. I'm just keeping it real. I can't always say that about people. I really can't. I mean, the Bible says don't put your faith, trust, and confidence in man because man will fail you, but put it in the Lord. And I always was a person trying to trust people. But when they fail you, the Lord's like, I told you you can't trust everybody. You want to trust them because you got a good heart, but you can't trust everybody. You just can't. Even though you want to, you can't. Now I am leaving. See you again this time is my duty, okay, friends? Okay, Pradap. Love you, Pradap. You have a blessed day or a good night. Happy, terrific day, everybody. Okay, I'm getting off here now. I've said enough. Y'all have a blessed and amazing day on purpose. Okay? Love y'all. See you in a little bit. Watch my videos, y'all, and watch the ads so I can get paid. Watch the ads. Please do that for me. Watch a video and watch the ads, okay? And get some more people join the membership club. And thank you, Carla. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Discovering Beauty. I thank you all. I thank you, Predap. I thank you, Aaron. I thank you, Fabio. I just thank you all. Y'all meant a lot to me today. Really, really, really. I and my Ken Pen. Ken Pen. That's right, Ken Pen. I gotta give people shout outs too. On my channel I give out shout outs, so I'm telling you, God is good. But Discovering Real Beauty, I appreciate you. But I'm gonna give some shout outs so y'all know I'm gonna do an upload. This ain't an upload, this is a live. So y'all have a blessed day, okay? And watch and comment on my videos, okay? All right, love you guys. Watch my birth. If y'all didn't see, my Christmas party was just a couple days ago. Y'all watch that too. Okay, for those of you that didn't. I appreciate you discovering the real beauty. Bye bye.